Yannis Pappas.
And I'm here with you.
Yeah, you are. Welcome to Montreal once again.
Thank you.
Okay, so
we have the same kind of like frame glasses.
Yeah, things
Are those Ray-Bans?
Yes, they
Yours are nice. Mine are old. They're kind of, you can see like, you know what, you see that fading there?
Okay.
I tried to clean them with rubbing alcohol. That was stupid.
Not a good
Yeah.
idea. Okay.
So don't try to clean your glasses with rubbing alcohol.
That's it. But
Don't be an idiot, yeah.
Don't be an idiot. We're going for two special characters,
Yeah.
and you're in Montreal for GFL for the ethnic show.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about your character.
Yeah, Mr. Panos is like a Greek racist kind of. You know, he's not. He doesn't see himself as a racist. He sees himself as like a he's very patriotic about being Greek, and he's an ethnocentrist.
But I don't know why you married with no children. What's the point of marriage to not have children? What, you want to get married to hang out with a woman?
You know, and so he's kind of old world, loves being Greek, very proud. A lot of conspiracy theories because Greeks love to think that they can figure everything out. So he represents kind of like the old world kind of. Every culture has like a Mr. Panos, someone who just can't see outside of their own culture. And Marisa, she's a transgendered woman from the Lower East Side of New York City, and she's looking for love, and she wants everybody to get along, and she's a lovable character. Whereas he's kind of like grumpy, she's the opposite. Like she's like heaven and he's like hell.
Filter, no makeup. Hashtag no makeup. We get it. We know how. We see how beautiful you are. Hashtag no makeup.
The opposite. So those are the two characters, and I do a lot of other characters as well, but those are the two that kind of
keeps coming back.
Yeah, people just seem to like them more than the other ones.
Are we gonna hear them, see them?
You probably see a little Mr. Panos at the ethnic show. I'm there to kind of give a Greek slant on stuff. When I do stand up, I usually don't do any Greek jokes or anything, but I do Greek jokes.
Well, why not?
I don't know. It's just kind of doesn't interest me that.
Okay. Because I heard that
I like to filter all that through Panos,
Okay.
But I have done Greek jokes and I have done Greek shows where I do Greek jokes, but typically my stand-up is just, not really ethnically skewed.
I heard that you were not really around Greek people while growing up.
Yeah.
So, like, who's your main source for picking up for Mr. Panos in your family? I would
My
guess.
mother, yeah. It was my mother, and because my mother's Cretan. He's from the island Crete, which is like the Sicily of Italy. They're like the crazy Greeks. And so my mother gets very passionate when you talk about Greek stuff and very defensive. And she's a very bright woman. She's a lawyer. But when you talk about anything Greek, she just turns into like this crazy, rageful, no reason, just all emotion. So it's her. And then there's an interesting story. A friend of mine, when I was in college, this Greek girl, I became very good friends with her. And when we were at college, we did an internship together. And then she moved back to New York. And I called her. Nothing happened between us. We were just friends, even though she was gorgeous. And so I called her up, and her father answered the phone. And then, typical of like old-fashioned Greek fathers, he just started grilling me, asking me all these questions: who I was, what's the intentions with his daughter, and then I never heard from her again until like 20 years later, like 6 months ago, she contacted me, and she told me that after that phone call, because of that phone call, the father got really mad at her. And they got into a big fight, and she moved out of the house, and she hasn't spoken to him for 20 years. So it was weird to find out that this little incident that I was part of like affected her whole life. And she married this Scandinavian guy. She has a great life, and her father just couldn't get past. Her father was just really angry at her that a guy called the house.
Yeah.
And I kind of created Mr. Panos based on that phone call. So it was weird for us to find out that we kind of affected each other's lives, even though we hadn't spoken to each other in 20 years.
Yeah.
This one phone call to her father created this character and also dictated her life. She met this great guy she's married to. She's got kids. And so reconnecting with her, because she saw my comedy and then emailed me. And we talked about it, and it was a very strange moment where we realized that. So he's based on kind of that call. My mother and a few other Greeks I've met along the way who have like crazy theories and stuff.
Okay. Well, speaking of relationships, have you dated Greek since?
This is my girlfriend now is half Greek.
Oh.
And this is the first Greek girl I've ever dated.
How come?
I just never grew up around Greeks. I didn't intentionally do it. You know, I've dated every other race, ethnicity.
Well, being in the States, especially in New York.
New York, it's like, yeah, it's like a unit. It's like the whole globe crammed in there. So, just, I don't know. Maybe it was because their fathers didn't allow it. Maybe I could have dated Joanne, the girl, if her father would allow it. I mean, I was kind of interested in her, to be honest with you. I mean, I was young and I didn't have, my game wasn't good yet. So.
How's your game now?
My game is on point.
On point.
I hope
I'm an experienced man now. But yeah, my girlfriend now is half Greek, and so it's the first Greek girl, yeah. And so, yeah, and she has relatives in Montreal, so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
So we'll be seeing you a lot?
I went to Laval. I didn't know there was more Greek islands outside of Greece.
Okay, you have to repeat it after me.
Okay.
Laval ou rien.
Laval ou rien.
Ou rien.
Ou rien. I can't even make that noise.
Ou rien.
Ou rien.
Yeah, it means a Laval or nothing.
Oh.
It's a slang or quote that's frequently said.
Is that what Greeks say?
No, but if you're in Laval, you have to know it's Laval or nothing.
Laval or nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laval ou rien. Yeah.
I just had an album that came out. It was my first album. I waited a long time to do it. It's on iTunes now. People can get it. It's called Let Me Be Yannis. I'm doing a solo show here with my new hour. I have a Comedy Central special people can check out online. And I'm just on the road. I'm touring, doing stand-up. I was hosting a show, it ended a couple months ago, and I'm done with that. It was a sports show, but there's clips online people can. And, people can always follow me on social media for my, stupid opinions and rants and stuff.
All right. All right, so we'll be seeing you at the Ethnic Show and also your one-man show.
That's right. Ethnic Show's from the 13th to the 28th. You can get tickets on hahaha.com, and there's a bunch of great comedians, some of whom I'm friends with. Gina Brion, she's Puerto Rican, I'm friends with her. Godfrey's Nigerian, I'm friends with him. We were all in New York together. Jessica Kirsten, who's hilarious. She's Jewish and she's from New York. She makes me gut laugh. She's so funny. So you got to just come. Dom Herrera, the legend's on it. And I'm excited to work with Rashid, who I hear crushed the Ethnic Show last year.
Yes.
And he's Moroccan and he's French Canadian. And then Nemr, he's Lebanese and he's from the West Coast. I haven't met him. Yeah.
Okay.
But his name. I wanted to call him Neymar but they told me I rhyme it now in my head with tremor, so it's Nemr.
Nemr?
Or
right.
Nimmer.
Okay. Good stuff. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
And,
thank you for having me.
Well,
this is your show.
Thank
is this a show? Are we on tape or is this audio, radio?
It's taped and it's gonna be on Mobtreal. It's a blog.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, come out to the show. hahaha.com.
Thanks.
So great that nowadays you can do an interview just with a phone. It's crazy.
Exactly.
And it looks better than a lot of cameras.